So now we're going to talk about fenestrations. The first thing you're going to see is a list of saved fenestrations. Just like for above grade elements, we have 10 different IDs that we can use for each, for windows, for skylights, for doors, and shadings. This box, we only have one option here for defining fenestrations. For windows and skylights, it's exactly the same. You do need to define them separately though. For example, if I have a skylight that's the same construction type as all of my windows, I can't apply a window ID to a skylight. You have to separately define a skylight ID. And the way you do that is either selecting the window type from these drop-down menus or inputting the properties of the window or the skylight. Now, there's a strong recommendation here to always input properties. The only time you're not going to input properties is if you don't have them and there's no way to get them. For example, if you go to a home that was built in 1967 and you find that the house has single pane metal windows, you're not going to find properties for those windows most likely, so you should just use these tools to define them. However, if you're working on a new building or a house that was built in the year 2020, you should always find the properties of the windows because these are going to be much more accurate. What you'll find is that selecting from the drop-down will most often give a much worse performance of a window than if you find the actual properties. We know today that code minimum windows here in BC for Climate Zone 4 are USI value 1.80 or lower. And this is very achievable for all windows, operable or fixed, with a metal spacer, vinyl framing, clear coating, and air spacing. But you can see down here that the USI value is 3.03. So based on my construction selection, the USI value is 3.03, which doesn't even meet code minimum, not by a long shot. That's 1.80. We know that these types of double glazed windows today can be 1.80 for sure, 1.70, 1.60 even, for a standard double glazed vinyl window. So strong recommendation to always use window properties if you can get them. For windows and skylights, it's the exact same tool. For doors, you can do, again, choose from the options here or input the door properties. And shadings is just a number of drop-down menus and an optional thermal resistance value of the shading. The red text and the descriptions here give a clear, they guide you through how to define shadings properly. So these are our options for defining fenestrations.